And good morning. And what a great morning it is. Look at that sun. Look, well, never mind, sun went away. Look at those clouds. Other than those few clouds, it's a glorious day, and so I figured I'd just take the video shot outside. So the point of this video today is actually a couple things. One, I want to talk a little bit about my evening last night where I went to go see Oakley Dokley, aka the Ned Flanders Band. For those of you that don't know, I strongly urge you to look them up online because they are hilarious. I thought it was just some shtick that they did on YouTube, but no, they actually do tour. And out of the blue, a friend of mine, Judy, asked me to see whether or not I want to go and check them out. Yeah, I do. So that was that. So we headed on down. So they are a metal band. So they had a few opening acts, which were all, like, rah, how fast? So fast. Metal bands, which were, they totally bring me back to my youth. They make me think about a lot of the shows that I used to see in my early 20s, which, sometimes can make, like, yes, it's nostalgic, but sometimes I guess it can make you feel old depending on the age of the crowd that are there. It was luckily a very assorted age group that were at the venue last night. So there were some people where, true kind of form, I'm like, I don't know if you're supposed to be in here because they look too young, which means that they are probably freshly 19 years of age. And then there was some at the other end of the spectrum where it's like, wow, you've probably been kicking it around in clubs since the 80s type thing. And so I felt that I was neither at one end of the spectrum or the other, somewhere happily in the middle. That is until I started talking with a friend of a friend, a guy who was talking about the mosh pit. The mosh pit at the show last night was pretty awesome. Old school, like where, like, yeah, they go hard, like throw each other around, like looks almost brutal, and you're like, oh my god. But then somebody gets knocked down, everybody stops, picks the other person up, dusts them off, and resume type thing, which is pretty awesome. Anyways, so back to this guy. He's talking to me about how he used to love, like, going to mosh pits, but then somewhere along the way he started getting injured, broken nose, lost teeth, bloody face, all these things. And he's like, like, when did I become that guy where I'm now thinking about risk before going into a mosh pit, something that I used to absolutely love? It's like, maybe it's because I'm 30. God, when did I get 30? And I'm looking at him and I'm smiling, kind of giggling. I'm like, oh yeah, 30 it's rough life. Because, I took it as flattery, as obviously he either thought that I wasn't 30 and couldn't relate. I mean, maybe thought that I was older, but I don't think so, and that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So that was kind of funny. So the beautiful thing about as you get a little bit older, I don't know where I'm going with that, so we'll just like stop. So anyways, that was Oakley Dokley last night. So thank you very much, Mitch, and thank you much, Judy, for offering me that extra ticket to go and see a killer band. Which kind of like leads into the rest of this video where I want to talk about how much I do enjoy music. I've always loved music. I love seeing live music. I love listening to music. Music is, well, I mean, it's the soundtrack of life, right? So I mean, it is one thing that triggers many memories for me, probably just as much, if not more, than my sense of smell, which is a totally different video, or video clip, or topic, whatever. Anyway, so that the ticket to go last night came randomly, like within a couple hours. I was at the show. To last week. Wednesday, yeah. I was thinking about, oddly enough, in the morning, I was thinking about a friend who I hadn't actually talked to in quite a while, and I was wondering how he was doing, and, thinking, oh, maybe I should, like, look it up and kind of, like, see what he's doing, Facebook, social media type thing. And then I got a text from him, out of the blue, asking to see whether or not I was going to see Tool that night, and I was like, nah, stupid StubHub, right? So StubHub is the daytime, or not day, modern day scalpers, right? So they buy up all the tickets and they turn around and flip them from astronomical prices online. So I've seen Tool many times. I've seen them at the Sony Center. Unless it's something that's gonna like blow one of those experiences away, then you know, I'm like, I'm not going to pay $200 to go sit in a nosebleed section of, you know, some venue in Hamilton. So anyways, he's like, don't worry, buddy, I got your ticket covered. I'm like, what? He's like, if you'd like to go. I'm like, absolutely, I'll totally want to go. Cause I mean, what's the best price for a ticket? Free tickets. So that was that. The tickets were actually gifted to him from another friend. And when he was thinking about, well, geez, who am I going to take as my extra? He did mention that he asked a friend of his that he was working with, so thought like as a favor that he would, or as a token of appreciation, would offer it to her. Asked her if she knew who Tool was, and she was like, meh, kind of heard of them, but I don't really know much. He's like, okay, never mind. I know exactly who I'm going to offer this ticket to, and he thought of me because we have been to a few Tool shows together, and he knows that I absolutely love Mother Maynard, and yeah, so he asked, and off we went. So within a few hours, there I was in Hamilton on my way to see Tool with an old school buddy. Thank you, Jason. That was amazing. I loved to see, like, that set was bloody epic. I couldn't have asked for a better lineup. I think I heard almost all of my favorites. And more importantly, I got to spend some time with an old friend who I haven't seen in a while. And yeah, I mean, one more time, those of you that know me, you know how much I care about my friends and how important they are to me. You're what makes my life rich, filled with opportunities and joy and love. So that is that. That was my, oh, there was one last other thing. I'm just saying, at some point in life, there should be like a cutoff point where you don't have to worry about skin imperfections. And I'm pretty sure getting close to 40 should be one of them. Like, what the hell? Can you see that? See that? Stupid pimple. I got a pimple, like right smack dab in the middle of my face. Why? Why? My guess is Mother Nature's trying to screw me one more time because I have a festival coming up. And she's like, yeah, you know what you need? You know what you need for that festival? You need a pimple. Not fair, not fair. I know exactly why it's there. It's stupid sunscreen, right? That'll learn me for trying to take care of my skin. It's like, ta-da, pimple. Anyway, totally kidding. I'm definitely not going to go and try and get Proactin again because they kind of laughed at me away for a couple pimples. Nope, that's not acne. Suck it up. So I'll suck it up. Anyways, happy Thursday, everybody. I hope everyone's having a great day. And yeah, now I got to go get some work done. Peace. Love you.